very warm welcome to everyone. As we all know that IIT JEE mains first shift has been conducted on January 27th and 29th, and many students are looking forward to getting enrolled in top institutions of engineering. Today we have Mamta, co-founder of PrepBytes and currently working as a technology vice president at CollegeDekho. But before deep diving into this conversation, we would like to hear from you about your experience of being an NIT student to being a technology president at CollegeDekho.
Yeah, hi Shubhangi. The question that you have asked makes me reflect my journey. It's been 10 years since I passed out from the college in NIT Jamshedpur. Like it's going to be 10 years. Like I got my first job in June 2024. So I'll say the journey has been really amazing. When I see, when I just remember myself as someone who was in college, very naive, a lot of ambitions, aspirations, and like I am from Jamshedpur and my college was in Jamshedpur. So I never went out of Jamshedpur, till I got my job. There was like 1 or 2 trips. But today, having that 10 years of journey, I worked with companies like Samsung, Amazon, started up my own, got acquired by CollegeDekho, and then now here I'm handling a team. I'll say obviously this is a journey to be very proud of, but there is a lot to learn, and I must say that being at NIT or being at any engineering college, or for that matter being any sort of college, gives you a very strong base, gives you a lot of learning. There are a lot of things that you do in college which you feel like it's not going to be very useful, but you do it for fun. But then down the line you realize that okay, that's what I did, and it's getting it's useful for me as of today. So I'll say the journey has been really humbling, enriching, lot to be done, but I'm really happy from where I have come and where I have reached as of now.
So, what was your inspiration behind joining NIT Jamshedpur?
So I'll say the inspiration was never to join NIT Jamshedpur, and the inspiration was to do engineering from the best college of the country. Obviously, we all know that IITs, IIT was something that I was aspiring for. I also worked for it, gave my first attempt, didn't do well. That time we used to have different exam for, we had AIEEE. I didn't do good in AIEEE also. My rank was not very good, so took a drop. I'll say I worked hard, but obviously I didn't clear the IIT exam. I got NIT, and my parents were really hoping that I get Jamshedpur because, like I said, the college was just 10 kilometers from my place, and I was really hoping I don't get Jamshedpur because I wanted to go out of the city. But I'm happy that I got that college. So I'll say doing engineering from a really good college was the inspiration. But I got NIT Jamshedpur with whatever preparation I had, whatever I could clear, and I'm happy about it.
How was your experience after joining NIT Jamshedpur?
Okay, so I will say it was a very bittersweet experience. Lot to learn. Like just I think this answer in itself, even now when we when we meet, I meet with my friends, we have this conversation. Sometimes we talk about really difficult experiences. Sometimes we talk about amazing experiences. So I think I'll share some of the really good experiences that I have had. So obviously living in hostel with, you eventually realize this is a good thing about being in a good college. So people, why for that matter, you will see that a student from a good college eventually performs good in life is not only because it's IIT or NIT. It's actually the caliber or the students who are out there. You will generally see that if I have gone there, I have, you will see that other students are also working hard. They are also very competitive. You will always find, like I read this thing, even before I joined my college, is that if you go to some of the top institutes of the country, you will see that it's not that everyone is studious. It's not that they're just competing in studies. You will find the best dancer of the country out there. You will find the best, I'll say, guitarist of the country out there. Because these are people who want to excel in whatever they do as per their hobby. So obviously the environment was, I'll say, quite competitive, which was good. Got made obviously lifelong friends. Obviously they're even now I have best friends. Got to learn about, we had a lot of activities in college, took up a lot of leadership activities. We have a lot of clubs in college. So that was really amazing. And I'll say had a lot of challenges also because you are on your own. For that matter, you have your own pressure when you're going for placements. You're sitting for placements for the first time in your life. You're facing the companies for the first time in your life. And then and especially there are very few I'll say female audience out there. So we were just 45 girls, and we used to live in a single, I'll say, hostel. So yes, that was amazing. Like I said, I will just talk about the amazing experiences and lot of things that I've learned from the people around me, which I carry with myself even today. Like if you see, there are just bunch of students who are, conducting a fest which is huge. They're just, if I see, go back and see, these are just 20, 21 year old students who are conducting placements, who are running societies, who are doing sports fest. It's all student led, so you get a lot of things to learn. So I think it was amazing.
So, do you have any words of wisdom for students who have just appeared in IIT Main's first shift?
uh yes, I do. I think this is a very difficult phase. Some of us know it very clearly that we are going to pass it. Some of us know it very clearly we're not going to pass it, and some of us, we are in the borderline. So to all the folks, I just want to tell them that you cannot. I will not say don't take the pressure. It will be there. You just cannot help it. Just give your best. Just, let's say, rather than, if let's say you are, that you have done well in the exam, then obviously you'll be looking for the next steps. But if you know that you haven't done well, and some of you must have really worked hard and must be hoping that exam will go really good. So to them, I think it's important that like, I know for a fact that when I gave my exam, more than I'll say my IIT exam, AIEEE exam, when I gave, I was hoping to get a better rank. Like, but when I calculated the marks, I was really not sure that what sort of rank I would get, and I would cry every day. Like, it took me a week or so, and I was crying legit every day, because I was like, oh my god, I worked so hard. This was my second attempt and all of that. So try to not just revolve around that thing. Try to see what's next. Okay, first have some trust that many times it happens that even though you feel that exam is not that good, there will be surprises coming along. You might get good ranks, you might get good colleges which you might not have expected. So if the exam has not gone really well, have your share of, I will say, being sad, but then keep that duration as short as possible. Like I said, I was crying for a week, which I feel that I should have not done it that time, because that is not going to change my result. So rather I should have focused that what is next, kind of a thing. So thankfully I got the college, but to all the folks who still have attempts left, or for that matter they have exams also coming up, I would suggest just start preparing for it, and focus on what is next, rather than just being sad about what has already gone.
So, there are students who are only aiming for IITs and NITs. And do you have any final thoughts for them? Do you have any advice for them who are kind of in this rat race of getting into IITs and NITs only?
Okay, so I will say that the fight for getting into IIT or NIT is completely worth. I know for a fact that if you are getting into working really hard and getting into IIT, or for that matter NIT, or other top colleges as well, not necessarily IIT, NIT, there are IIITs, there are some really good top private institutions. If you are into that fight, I will say give your best. Give your best and try to get into it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, if you get into it, this is another thing. Like, it's not that, like I said before also, it's not that just that you're into the college and like many people say, ek bar IIT mein ho gaya to ho gaya. That's not the case. That's a new journey altogether, which is very enriching again. And the thing is, what happens that if you get into these top colleges, some of the things become comparatively easy for you. Like I said, because people around you, the students around you, the fellow, I'll say, the hostel mates that you have, the classmates that you have, they're all, I'll say, really good students, intelligent, hardworking, and all of that. So you get that environment. So there is a high chance of having success in your career if you are in that environment. But we are talking about chance here.
Yeah.
If you are into not a very good college, let's say you get into a tier 2 institution, that does not mean your career is over. Again, if I say the end goal is to get into, eventually, let's say, if I'm talking about a very conventional path. Let's say getting a job. Let's say if someone wants to get into Google, then both of you still have that path. Both of you can still have that, destination. It's just that the path is going to be different. Yeah, so it might be that that person will have on campus, companies are coming, you have your seniors guiding you, whereas you are in other college where things are not as easy because company is not coming to your college, or for that matter you don't have many seniors guiding you, you don't have that involvement in college, but you will have your path comparatively difficult, but still you can reach that destination. So getting into IIT or NIT is a beginning of a new journey. And for your career, I'll say it's a strong base, but that is not, I'll say, end of the world.
Yeah.
If you feel that you have given your best, and if you still feel that, after exam, you could not clear any of the top institutions that is out there, then that is not end of the world. Try to get the next best institution. And the counseling process actually is very also important. Try to get guidance from someone who has already done it, because just how you are, again, the choice of college that is out there. So let's say, even if from, at least when we come from small colleges, like don't know that agar meko, if I would have not filled IIT or IIT through any but NITs, what would be my next best private institution that I should go ahead with, so that you should know. I know that in my, I'm from Jharkhand. There were some really good top private institutions which I didn't feel properly in my counseling. I got this, thankfully, by God's grace, I got that. So that is important. That if you don't get this, what is next best? So have that list with you. After the exam, whenever you get that time, do proper research, have that list, and then go for it. But remember to give your best even when you get into the college.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and giving us your precious time. Thank you.
Thank you.